And here we have with us Olympic trials champion and new world record holder in the women's 400-meter hurdles, Sydney McLaughlin. And let's just start off with, can you walk us through that hurdle, please? The 400-meter.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be a fast race. Really great competition as always. And my coach and I have just been training for this. This is what our year's been really about, just getting to this point. And I think we really put it together today. Super grateful and happy to be on the team and excited to see what happens in Tokyo.
Absolutely. And what were your expectations going into the finals?
Just executing my race plan. We knew, my steps were going to be different than what they used to be in the past, and really just executing that. We knew that, it was going to be a fast time, and I'm really happy with the time that it produced for sure. And most of all, just really executing the race plan that Bobby had for me.
Next question is from Eric Bowl, diestat.com. Sydney, obviously there is always a method to Bobby's madness, even if the progress can't always be seen right away. When did you start to feel like all the work from the 60 hurdles and 100 hurdles was starting to benefit you in the 400 hurdles?
I think in practice, for a lot of our season, we were doing the 100 hurdles, and a lot of people didn't understand because they didn't see where it was translating to in our practices for the 400 hurdles. I kind of knew right away it was making sense. And as time progressed and, the strength started to build, it definitely reflected that we could get to this point. And, Bobby definitely knows how to put things together when the time counts.
And next question is from Eddie Pels. Sydney, was your feeling, were you feeling frustration or untapped potential for those years when you were running great times, but just coming up short of Dahlia when she was setting world records?
Dalila's a great competitor. I think, I was growing into my own person. And I think the biggest difference this year is my faith, trusting God and trusting that process and knowing that He's in control of everything. And as long as I put the hard work in, He's going to carry me through. And I really cannot do anything more but give the glory to Him at this point.
Next question is from Alex Aziz. You've now been in 3 world record setting races in the 400-meter hurdles, but obviously the first time you've broken the record. Did those 2 previous races push you to get to this point?
I think great competition always pushes you, and it really helps to have such an amazing camp of women in the U.S. to be able to push each other to get those kinds of times. And I think this year and just the way that my training's been going, we were able to put one together, and I'm really grateful for that. And I look forward to seeing what the future holds.
Next question is from Tom Chad, USA Today. You've gotten so much attention for being so dominant at your young age. What does it mean to you now to be known as simply the fastest 400-meter hurdler ever?
It's an honor. So many amazing women have come before me. So many amazing women come after me. And I just want to be able to leave my mark and be a part of such an amazing sport. It doesn't last forever, and the glory's not mine. So I really just want to be a vessel for the sport, a vessel for God, and glorify Him as much as I possibly can before I'm gone.
And next question is from Eddie Pels. When you looked over and saw the time, what was your first thought?
Oh my gosh. It's one of those moments that you dream about and you think about and you play in your head, when you're going to be able to put it together. I knew from the moment I woke up today that it was just going to be a great day. And I think just trusting that process, it was just the final, I did it moment. And I'm going to cherish it for the rest of my life.
Question from Adam Kilgore, Washington Post. Dahlia said that even with the competition between you two, she wouldn't call it a rivalry. How would you classify that competition, and what does it mean to you?
Iron sharpens iron. People can call it whatever they want to call it. It's 2 great athletes pushing each other to be better. There's no animosity. There's no hard feelings. It's just 2 people trying to be their best. And, we wouldn't be able to have these world records go back and forth without one another.
Next question from Alex Aziz. You mentioned wanting to hit 14 strides between hurdles the other day. Did you hit that tonight?
I did. The goal was to go 14 through the first 4, which I did. And then, my stride pattern just kicked in and went 15 the rest of the way, which was really what we wanted to do. And really happy with how it turned out.
Next question from Eric Bowl, diestat.com. When you opened with 52.8 in the 400 hurdles, what kind of reassurance was that for you that things were headed in the right direction with being able to set up the race the way you wanted to or needed to in order to achieve this level?
You know, it was a little different opening up so late, but I knew just seeing, you know, some of the mistakes I made in that race and still being able to have that time, that once we cleaned it up and got my stride patterns right, we were going to be able to do something really fast. So it's just trusting the process. You know, Bobby's always going to get us right when we need to be ready. And there really was nothing to fear. It's just putting it all together.
Next question from Eddie Pels. This race started about 5 hours later than we thought it would. What did you do to pass the time? Does an unexpected delay like that wreck the game plan?
You know, you can't control what happens to you. You can control how you respond to it. And it definitely was a little bit of a throw in our plan, but, you know, we were prepared for that. You know, Bobby's always talking about Muhammad Ali. You have to be ready for that left hook. And we definitely were. I just was relaxing, making sure I stayed hydrated and nourished, and lots of prayer.
All right, a reminder to the media to please direct your questions to the chat. If you're currently writing a question, please use the raise hand feature so I know to wait. And it looks like that's all the questions we have. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.